Guys, hey, thanks for joining me. Round 2 on the cultivating. We missed out on some rains, luckily, or let me rephrase that. The rains actually missed us this time. Not complaining, not celebrating. I'm just saying, hey, that's going to kind of work in my favor today. So we're actually able to cultivate. And so here's what was done 4 days ago. And that's kind of what it looks like. You know, you can see your wheel tracks are a little chunky. Otherwise, it's just beautiful, beautiful soil in between. Some graying is going. We are getting some dryness going on. Hopefully, we can drive them roots down. We're definitely with this profile, you are definitely getting oxygen into that soil for them plants and roots. Yes, I love it. And then if we do get some more rains, we've got all that capacity to take on any more rains, so we keep getting the soil into the profile and none of this water is leaving. So there will be no taping while I'm cultivating, because I'm literally driving as fast as I can. And so here's the row. It's got a little iron blight right there. This looks sharp. I don't know if I need to flatten it 1 degree or 2 degrees, but this looks beautiful. You should smell it. It's just that wonderful earthy smell. Our soil is really improving. I'll tell you what, by not moving it for a lot of years, or moving it very little for a number of years, it's gaining something. I don't know what, but it's gaining something, and I like it. I like it. So we're gonna keep on keeping on. Hopefully we can hopefully it works. Cultivating always helps. I don't care. The old timers used to say cultivate through a drought. And cultivating, back when the guys cultivated anhydrous, your first 5 bushels was just running the cultivator. So I might set him down. It is getting a little aggressive. The furrowing bothers me a little bit, because that means then next spring I might have to do something. I don't know, but I could strip till over. But at the same time, the furrowing is going to throw some soil and try and knock them little escapes away. So I don't know. I might flatten it just a whisker. You can see, if you look at the top of the beam to the lens, it's just slightly forward, and that really kicks them up. So I might set them down and just turn it 1 turn. Whatever. I'm going to keep playing, and I'll keep you guys posted as we go. There is that hill seep area, and so you can see how really suppressed that corn is. And I'll tell you what, as soon as you start getting just back here, and then it just kind of makes this quick little dive up, even back here where it's slightly flat, you haven't really changed incline much, you can feel the tractor, the tack. So on the flat ground, 8 miles an hour, you're sitting at 1400 RPM, and then you start climbing this hill. She's going, what are we, 270 horse. You're getting up there, 80, 90 plus % load on this hill. You can just feel it. It's that much more wet. It's not quite, it's cold. You can feel how cold it is. That's fantastic. I love cold soil in the summertime. That means life can flourish in cool soil. But compared to that first spot I showed you, you can just see how much more wet it is. And yeah, oh, that's so pretty. So pretty. I never thought I'd say black soil is pretty again, but I don't think you guys realized how much I used to love sitting out here with the 40-20 and the old row crop 825 pile of junk cultivator. Day after day after day. Loved it. Right, so the non-GMO soybean field. Let's discuss this one a little bit. If people don't want to buy our meat and want to protest our meat and they want to have a veggie burger, well, I'm going to grow their food too. Either way, I'm getting somebody's dollar to keep food on my plate. How about that? So this is a food grade soybean plot. Them are looking some pretty phenomenal, good looking beans, nice big beans already. If it wasn't for the Cobra burn, we're just recovering from the Cobra. These are some good looking beans. These are some good looking beans for our area this year. Size wise, they are phenomenal looking. Obviously, if you've used Cobra, you know that I lost the last week of growth, but we'll clean them up. We did have a good pre-emerge out here, and then the rain season came and we were never able to get out here until on the 25th or 26th we came out here and sprayed. My cousin told me to use Basagrin for the thistle. Them are thistle patches all around, and it had a 98% success rate on killing them thistles dead. And there's some random stuff that did live, but hence my organic buddy. Can we joke that herbicides are the most successful part, or the hidden secret to making organic successful? That's not funny. But yeah, hey, these are looking really good. They actually so the place where they go has a processing plant in Wisconsin, just across the river and just south of St. Paul. So these will go, if they meet grade, they will go down to south of St. Paul and go there to make food for somebody. 20 years ago, we used to do organic food grade beans, but we actually sold them to, was it like a turkey farmer or somebody down in southern Minnesota, because he liked the ultra high protein. They were coming off the field at like 45 and 46% protein, which is competitive to soy meal, but for him as organic, he had a hard time getting good organic soy meal, so he could buy the raw beans from us, still get that high protein, and save a tremendous amount of money. So that was fantastic, but then life came and we couldn't do that anymore. And so I'm really excited. In a week or two, when these start to green up, there is a random flower trying to start. So probably in a week, we might come out here and give it its first foliar feed. I want to do more research on that, but give it its first foliar feed to give it a kick in the butt and some stimulant. And at that first flower, is that a point of influence? That's what I need to research. But yeah, and then the cultivation season has begun for this field. So we'll hit it once now. And then every couple weeks we'll probably hit it once or two or three more times, 4 more times this year, probably pretty easy. So yeah, that's that. This is pasture number 5, and then the cows are on the other side of these woods. And so next spring we will be plowing this field up as well, going back to alfalfa. And I think the wife will have behind the combine this fall. She will be out here every day of the week with some rock to pick. Oh, there's rock. Holy hell, there's rock. You hear that poor cultivator back, clang, 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 clang. I've seen rock quarries with less rock, but it cleaned up that row pretty dang good. And so hopefully anything that's in the row will die and go away, and we can keep moving forward. So anything that's in the row, it is what it is. If it lives, it lives. nothing we can really do about it. So, all right, that's enough yammer. Let's get going. Right, so we got the non-GMO soybeans cultivated. Now, last night we got a couple tenths, just a nice, it was kind of a downpour, but a couple tenths. That's not even a downpour anymore. At this point, we'll just say, hey, we got a couple nice tenths of rain. And so I want to foliar feed the beans this morning. It's very cool. The moisture is just starting to get off of the plants. So that perfect time, that plant is just nice, relaxed, just sitting in the sun this morning, hanging out, just ready to be like, yeah. Could I use another Corona light right now? You bet. Toes in the sand. It's having a good life. And so we're at R1 stage on these soybeans. I don't think we've moved to R2 yet. I think we're just getting into R1. And so that means there's a flower on the plant somewhere. So we're just getting in that. And they tell us that at R1 stage in soybeans is when the plant is influencing pod set. So what we want that plant to think is that, hey, right now the life is the greatest life it can have. So hopefully it can set more pods. Like my life is really good. I want 50 pods per plant instead of a stressed out plant that's like, well, I'm missing this, and this. I only want 30 pods per plant. We're gonna find out if it works or not. And so at R1 here, we're gonna build a program. It's a similar program to the corn, where we're gonna give it the micronutrients. So we did a couple years of sap testing. Both years were almost identical. And so that's where that micronutrient pack from Durrell comes in. Then we're gonna have our sugars and our other foliar feeds, and then we're gonna have our source stimulant. The theory with this is that the cultivator provided the home for soil life. We lifted that soil up. We didn't do a whole lot of stirring. We allowed oxygen. So we built a home for life to flourish and grow. Now, Durrell's products are food. So we're filling that fridge. We're setting the dinner table. We got coolers full, and we're ready to party. And then Source product is coming along, and that's going to just kind of be the ecstasy and crack for all our house guests. Let's just get them just, pumping. And so we're going to stimulate everybody to take advantage of the home and all the food that we've been building in the soil for years, and we'll go together. So a very simple mix. For their instructions, you dump your rate 1 1/4 ounces per acre of the one product, A, and then you put the 1/4 and an ounce or 1.25 ounces per acre of product B into the tank. They say if you put them together in another jug, you have to make sure you do a good job of rinsing that jug out. And so, I have plenty of agitation on the sprayer. So I put all my water in, and then I put in the pH product to get us to where we want that pH, and then add all of our nutrients. And now I'll add the source, and we'll get the spraying. Well, here we go. They're still recovering, still lots of damage from the herbicide, but we're getting some flowers up towards this top node, and so I think that's moving us from R1 to R2. In theory, we should still be in that window of opportunity to help influence pod set. And so let's get these poor little guys healed up, and I'm excited because maybe by throwing some food at them, give them a little extra stimulant, help that Cobra recover from that Cobra burn a little better. I don't know, but we'll be back here in a week or two to see how they're doing. So let's get spraying.